Hey challengers, it's time for your week 4 recap. So by now, you guys are probably masters at MyFitnessPal. So you guys, week 1 went over calories. Then we tackled the proteins, carbs, and last week we were tackling the fat. So now you should have all the pieces combined and be able to not only plan for your week, shop for it, cook, but you should also be able to implement your meals throughout the week and kind of stay on track and find some balance in your life. All right, so that is amazing, and you guys are going to keep doing this throughout the rest of the challenge. But I have a challenge for you for the last 2 weeks. So, how this is going to work is a lot of people have unknown food intolerances. Not necessarily allergies where you're celiac and you're actually allergic to different proteins in foods. But a lot of us have small reactions to foods that we're unaware of because we just eat them so much that it's kind of the norm. So what we're going to do is I'm going to challenge you guys to take either one or two of the most common food irritants out of your diet for the next 2 weeks, and then we're going to reintroduce them and see how you feel. So some of the things you might notice is once you remove the foods is your skin may clear up, your bowel movements will be better, sleep will be better, maybe fatigue, bloating, irritability, things like that, where it may not be terrible right now and you may barely even notice it, but when you remove it, it may be eye-opening. It may not. You may not have any sort of intolerance to it, which is fantastic because then you can just go right back to eating those foods within moderation and balance, and then you are going to be set. But it is wonderful to know these things instead of just not understanding why you're not losing the weight and things like that. It could be due to these irritants because what happens is our bodies have to handle the bloating and things like that. So they spend their time working on fixing that problem, whether it's energy for fatigue, acne, inflammation, things like that, instead of just running your metabolism. So I challenge you guys for this week and next to either remove gluten or dairy from your diet 110%. Completely remove it. You don't have to do both. I suggest you choose at least one. If you do both, you might get a bang for your buck because you might as well just get them both over with right now. And then how it's going to work is on week 6, I'm gonna teach you how to reintroduce it back into your diet. We're gonna have a little bit of a food log so that way you can track different symptoms that may or may not be happening, and then we'll go from there. It's just another learning experience throughout this journey. But as far as food is concerned, I want you guys to keep doing everything you have been doing for the last 4 weeks as far as tracking in your MyFitnessPal, except these next 2 weeks, this week and next, I want you guys to try to remove gluten and dairy. So gluten is things like grains, so pastas, breads, things like that. I'll put a detailed list on Facebook for the Facebook group for you. And then dairies is cheese, milks, things like that. Also, I'll put a list so that way you know where to go from there. All right? So that's your recap for this week. Good luck with everything. As always, if you have any questions, definitely just shoot me an email, write it on the Facebook group. We'll get it handled. All right, good luck with everything.